Ooh. Ugh. Holy shit. Ugh. 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 Holy fuck. Ugh. Ugh. Damn it. Whew. Oh, why does it take you so long for this upload? YouTube is singling me out amongst other people. Throttling my bandwidth. False flagging me because of their stupid AI. Ooh, fuck. Yo, what's up, JR?
The Wild. JR. Entered the chat. Welcome to the stream. JR. Said. IIEU of Chaos 07 balls.
Ooh. Oh. What the shit? Well, that was a botched takeoff if I ever saw one. That was like the worst kind of botched takeoff. Like, I really fucked up. Like, I'm trying to look up, but my thing is just the camera's forcing down. So it's like it doesn't want to work at all. So I ended up crashing into a damn building and wasted all my fucking skywriting shit here. And I gotta wait for it to recharge. What is up, everybody? It's Chaos for You 728, and I'm back one more again with another episode of Misadventures. I won't be getting half baked for a while. Of sotally tober misadventures of a quest horror in World of Warcraft. Hope everybody's having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever it is they hail from. I'd like to thank those that are still subscribed. Your support has been greatly appreciated. And thank you to those that just recently subscribed. Do hope you stick around for the long run. It's just gonna be me, myself, and I, because you know, the biggest supreme commander, he's too good to be playing the new game with me. Oh shit.
Entered the chat. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, what's up, kitten? Welcome to the stream.
Said. Hi.
Ooh, let me get
JR.
this.
Said. That S.
Our
missed.
forged paths intertwine. Follow no directives.
Guess I'm just gonna start popping quests.
Oh, yes. Hello. Hello.
'Cause that's all I can do at this point. I needs to level up. What's up, kitten? Where's the hole I need to penetrate? There it is. Go in the hole!
Oiled his speedo thongs dirty rigger mofo. JR. Said.
Wait,
Ha
what?
ha 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 ha.
This game being weird. Someone else just penetrated my Discord and...
Oh, yo.
What's up, Warsaw?
Yeah. There. Hey, kitten.
Hey, Warsaw.
How's it doing?
Hey,
Doing right up
Going
again?
there we go.
I'm having a little bit of a mini heat wave this week.
You and me both. Oh, Canada. Still not get over the fact that he's not 11.
The Titans
JR.
drive my directive.
Said. Heads up,
Question
beware
is,
PJ, the femder
Titans
bullets
be
side.
your
How
guide.
many people have forgotten?
Conversation
forget that,
initiated.
People seem to be forgetting a lot of our history.
Unless you're Gen Z or later Gen after that, maybe. I'm not Gen Z.
Oh, I'm of the millennial brand, but I don't associate with most of them because they are socialist cocksuckers, and I don't associate with socialists or communists.
Or fascists.
Well, that kind of goes hand in hand with the other two.
So you're telling me you don't associate with me? Being a millennial?
Oh, it depends. It depends on where your political leanings are, because according to the data, a vast majority of millennials endorse socialism.
Well, I'm not a socialist, my friend. Nor am I a fascist.
Well, then we would get along just fine.
No, it's probably these people that live in big rural major cities, maybe that's the problem we're seeing in the stats.
I mean the uppity rich kids that mommy and daddy buys everything for them.
Pretty much, and they haven't learned a damn thing of work.
That generally tends to be what comes to be like. Marx didn't work a day in his life.
Marx is a fucking loser.
He was. But people idolize the man like he was something. It doesn't make much sense to me. It's like, how could you idolize somebody who didn't work at all? He didn't take care of himself. Well,
to the state.
come to find out, he just wants to be taken care of. Fuck everybody else. Just like everybody else. Stalin, Lenin, all of them. It's the same memo. Yeah, they wanted to be taken care of. Fuck everybody else.
And no disrespect,
It's too far away.
Kind of like with Trudeau up in Canada.
But his lovely locks is what got him voted in. That's just more proof why not everybody should be allowed to vote. I mean, there's literally people that are saying, I'm voting for Kamala because she's going to be the first black woman. What? Yeah, but they're idiots. They regurgitate what the fucking media says to them. I'm about to die. Holy shit. Holy shit. Ah! Stop hitting so hard!
It's too far away.
Ooh. That's why I took myself away from the news. Quit watching it. I haven't watched TV in the better part of like 10 years. And my life hasn't been better. Well, this has gotten better.
I need to get closer.
My brain. There's a reason they call it the idiot box.
I'm out of
It makes you stupid.
Is that before or after the
I don't have a target.
box?
Well, that also depends on how smart the individual is, I guess. I was always the one in trouble for questioning the ones to making the demands.
Exactly.
The music is kind of lackluster. I think that's the right word. It's not that great. Sounds like something they'd play in a little kid's playground or some shit. Get out that tree stump, you fuck.
And what game are you playing right now?
I am playing World of Warcraft.
Welcome, Outlander.
It is WoW Wednesdays for me.
Did you see that new game come out, Warhammer 2?
I've heard that there's a new Warhammer game it's supposed to be making its way out. I don't know much about it though.
Looks pretty good.
The last Warhammer game I played, it was kind of like Diablo. You had like 3 or 4 factions and you choose between them and did your thing.
Another good one I used to play was StarCraft. That was a really good series.
Oh yeah, StarCraft.
StarCraft
That
one,
was.
too.
I think I have the second one. Thought I had the first one because the way I thought it worked at one point in time, once you entered your CD key and all that shit, you had permanent access to the game. And I don't think that was my case. Hey, are you This thing is flinging shit at me. Fuck! I accidentally hit a sheep. Now I gotta kill it. We've added quite a bit to this game too. We've added heroics now. So every once in a while I will get one or all 4 horror. Well, that's only when I use abomination. But I'll get the longer the fight ensues, I'll get more horsemen of the apocalypse to spawn with me to do shit. Oh, shit. Some weird ass looking sheep.
Were you ever an Ace game pilot player?
Do what?
Did you ever play an Ace piloting game?
No, I have not played any of the Ace Pilot games. You know, I think there's one, it was free to play for a while, and then they started charging it. Or charging to play it. It was like Ace Pilot 7 or some shit like that. It's free for the longest time on PlayStation Network, and then boom, is like $14.99 or some shit like that.
Ace Combat 6 and what was it? Ace Combat 6 I played in 7. And I've also played Crimson Skies: The High Road of Revenge.
I played World of Warships, World of Tanks. I didn't really like World of Tanks all that much. World of Warships wasn't bad. So you get into the pay-to-win aspect of it,
has
and
its
it
own
kind of,
personality.
yeah, loses
Winds
its
and
allure.
wings carry you.
Ah, a new
Do
experience.
people still play Guild Wars?
Yes! In fact, I have the game. They just recently released, I think they just recently released a new expansion for it. Not too long ago. Ow! Fucking A, old age sucks. Everything pops, hurts. Ah!
Depends also what you're doing to your body.
Ah.
You like it?
I tried playing
PG.
Guild Wars when it first came out, and the graphics on it weren't all that great. It was all glitchy and slow.
I've come a long way since then. It's more like old school World of Warcraft now. Actually, I would say more like a little polished turd of EverQuest. Because when EverQuest first came out, the graphics were kind of, but now they're more polished, but they're still meh. That's just EverQuest. EverQuest 2, it's more, things are a little more refined in EverQuest 2. And I'm surprised they actually let that game go free to play as well.
I don't think I've played EverQuest.
2 games that I would have never thought seeing go free to play. I mean, there's an option to pay to play, but you only get so much access if you're doing the free version of it.
What up, biz matches?
What's up, everybody? Oh shit! Ugh.
Outlaw.
What's up, kid?
Regret.
Gosh, are you dying? Are you dying over there?
I can only be so lucky.
Communication in... sorry.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Chaos is currently dry, so he's stuck on resorting to smoking resin.
Speak freely. No directive needed.
It's a little bit harder than the regular shit.
What path brought
brother.
I
you
could send
here?
you some, I would.
Holy shit, that got me sweating like a whore in a church.
Returning to
Trent, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
In there, living a dream.
Traverse
What does that mean?
doorway.
Just enjoying life.
Tell me
Okay.
what drives you.
It's important to enjoy life.
How you been, Outlaw?
Doorway.
Alright, man.
Up. Let's do this.
So yeah, I got a second strike on my channel, so I'm gonna have to go back to using Southern Pride and stuff.
We already got another strike?
Was this on your main channel or the new one?
God damn.
Yeah, I got, so last night, you know, I did 2 streams back to back. So I did the main stream and then a after party stream. They got me on the after party stream. Because apparently the Blues Brothers is sacred YouTube material that can't be played and shared.
The fuck?
What that means.
It's copywritten. You played copywritten material.
So what happened was while I was playing the video, the stream was unavailable for the moment, and I didn't hear it. Alright, so Sean, I think George come in there telling me that the stream was unavailable, and I didn't hear him. The video was so loud. And it was too late, because once the clip got done, the stream was already taken off YouTube, and the community guideline strike was already there, so yeah, it was my fault.
God damn.
It is what it is, man.
Holly Weird gotta get their money, man.
You know,
I mean-
them getting their money is more important than me having a channel, apparently. So
Well, not just that, Outlaw. I mean, it's not just you. I mean, I'm seeing them going after ASMR channels, news media outlets, and God knows what else. Even the autos industry is getting affected by them.
They should go after the ASMR channels.
It's not fair that channels that do this their entire stream have millions and millions of views while I'm sitting here struggling like a motherfucker.
oh, don't you want to hear them crunch chips?
Let me tongue punch. Here, I'll tongue punch my mic for y'all. Send me $5 million.
But don't you want to hear them crunch chips?
No, I would rather bang my dick into a door violently.
What path brought you here? May all paths be open to you.
Brandon, are you subscribed to Hodge Twins by any chance?
Yes.
There's this fucking adult actress literally complaining about the films she's been doing every day and every week. And then she realizes that fucking health consequences he's doing on her body. I'm like, well, maybe you should not have done it from the get-go.
Yeah, common sense says that, but there's a lot of people lacking a lot of common sense nowadays. It's like all that common sense just dribbled down their mom's leg before she made it to the bathroom to douche him out.
Yeah.
Damn it. And they get to
Some of these
vote.
days have definitely lost
Mm.
their way.
It got me resorting to shearing sheep now. Oh, World of Warcraft, how far have you fallen? Your heroes shearing sheep instead of fighting villains.
By the way, Ella, I got connected with Ike, so hopefully tomorrow we'll be getting connected and doing our project together.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I need to see if I can do a meeting for Thursday tomorrow night.
I do like this hero skill now. It's neat.
I can't attack that target.
They're already trying to say that her earring last night was a hearing device.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Which, I mean, why is that surprising to people when she literally sat there with a fucking earbud in her ear? I mean, yeah, she's being fed information.
She don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Same thing with Joe Biden. You know what the fuck he was talking about.
You're talking about Camel Toe with the debate?
Sleep her way up the chain, Harris? Yeah.
God, that was a fucking disaster on her end. Like,
I was getting pissed off watching that, and then the people that were fucking live streaming it and the idiots in the comments was just infuriating me more.
No direct.
Like I'm officially at a point where I hate Democrats. I legit want to hurt them because it's negatively affecting me that bad.
To the Stormrooks.
Even though I know they're not, they're brainwashed and lazy. A lot of them fucking lazy. Trying to get the most for doing the least.
No, I mean the fucking body language and her attitude and how she's expressing herself, especially when Trump was giving her the facts, she was literally crying there like a bitch and trying to avoid crying in tears. And I'm like, yeah, you've been called out red-handed, and you don't want to face the truth, and you want to sit there and lie to people. Yeah, I can see narcissistic behavior on her body language.
That's all they do.
She's shivering and quivering.
She tried to. So this is like, I saw it with Biden. You know, you get a woman and a woman of color, so instantly you're a misogynist and you're a racist if you say anything against her. Now it's full force. She's the president. She's a person of color, regardless, and people of color are for some reason protected in this world, even though we're supposed to be equals, but yet they're protected. You know, they're a protected class. How does that make sense? If we're supposed to be equals, how are they protected? It kind of defeats that whole "we're equals" sentiment that they like to espouse.
What's her name? That whole celebrity Taylor Swift is
I can't attack that.
And she can't even choose a good man. What the fuck makes you think she's gonna choose a good president woman? Fuck! She's voting because Kamala's a woman and a person of color, and Taylor Swift is all DEI.
God only knows how many people she's broken up with and gotten divorced by.
Well, I don't think she's ever been married, but definitely breaking up. Lots of breakups.
Oh no, Taylor Swift has been through miles of dick, and she's only in her early 30s. No, she's gonna go with whatever pays her the most money. That's what her loyalty like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, Democrats,
That's Ramadi.
Republicans, If whoever fucking gives her the most money and can, you know, make her, paint her in the best light, just like with this whole NFL fucking clusterfuck that she's been involved in going on year 2.
Don't you know they're trying to get women into football?
Wait, what?
What better way to do it? Yeah, but not to the level they would like.
Okay, I had to say, like, what do you
And what better way? What better way to get millions and millions of fucking women into football than persuade Taylor Swift into fucking with the football boys?
I don't think it's working, though. I don't think it's working. I honestly don't think it's working. Just like when the NFL tried to do the whole, you know, one DEI fucking LGBTQ. Like, those motherfuckers are not watching football.
No.
They're just using you to fucking prop them up. That's it.
Football in North America is a corporation anyway. It's a business, just like the United States is.
Well, it's a rigged system that's run by the mob. The mob being the government.
It's money driven. It's money and sponsorship driven. And they've got so many different people who are their sponsors telling them what they want to make them happy. So the NFL is on strings like a puppet. I can't watch the NFL.
Not, and also I want to add to that, the NFL, inside the NFL or the other football industry, they legalized gambling, and I'm like, wasn't that illegal like close to 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, it's supposed to be illegal.
Sports betting gambling? Yeah, it was
Yeah.
on the federal level.
It's supposed to be illegal.
Not anymore.
No.
Not anymore.
Too much money to be made off of it. The government can tax it. Yeah, the government can tax those winnings to get more money.
Well, no, when the mafia was in charge of it, when Cosa Nostra was in charge of it, it was illegal. But now, since the government figured out how to weasel and crowbar their way in, and they can get a piece of it, it's all cool in the game. So yeah. Is that me making all that background noise?
Either someone has the live stream up or I'm not entirely sure. I have to be looking at the screen and I'm at a point where I can't look away.
Nothing like the wind in your crags.
Maybe I didn't do it.
Shit looks grainy as fuck for some reason.
I mean, if I had to give the bet of the benefit of the doubt, Taylor Swift versus Miley Cyrus, I would say, look, I don't like Miley Cyrus out of what she was back in 2014, but if I was going to give her a chance of redemption, I'd say Miley Cyrus over Taylor Swift any day, straight out.
That's a tough call because they're both,
whores, so,
yeah,
I mean,
they're both brainwashed whores.
Returning to task.
They're both feminist mouthpieces. One of them just happens to be more of an LGBT advocate.
Miley Cyrus, I remember back in her teen prime time, and I'm talking prior before she was even in Hannah, Montana. She was all pro-American, you know, just doing her own thing and taking care of other people. And now, when she was back in 2014, when her fucking directors were telling her to do certain things, that's when everything all fell apart.
Well, she aged out.
She got a taste of that money. All she had to do was show a little bit of extra skin, and
Yeah, she aged out, and they're like, well, since you're older now, you can do this. So that's what happened.
State your business.
you know, look at Britney Spears.
High, strike
She was a mouseketeer, and then she's hit me, baby, one more time. Like, wait, what? Okay. No.
The old concept, money versus honor. So get rid of your honor for money.
The parents are guilty of it.
Oh yeah. They could have said, nah, we don't want you to be corrupt with these Hollywood losers.
What, you think Miley Cyrus's parents
Get closer.
didn't have a hand in that? You think Britney Spears'
Ah.
parents didn't have a hand in that?
Billy Ray Cyrus is probably the sole reason she got out there. Like, you gonna make that money, girl. You got a legacy to carry on. You a Cyrus. Well, she's tarnished the name so bad.
And you got, what's her name? Lady Gaga. She's bad too, as well as, who's the other one I was thinking of? Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, Selena Gomez, they're all feminist mouthpieces. Madonna. There's another one. That fugly looking bride.
Is somebody outside?
Could be feedback through their phone.
Ah, shit, that's why. I'm near a forest, so guys forgive me that my mic's picking off the wilderness.
I'm outside with my dog, but I mean, there's no ducks or anything around.
I'm out of range.
Sounds like ducks.
No, Mr. Huey's not here.
Let's go.
I'm watching the screen to see who flashes when people talk.
Oh, I was in here for a minute and then he dropped out.
I thought Mr. Hemi was here, but he's not.
Nah, he too bougie to hang out with the likes of us low-class people. Don't y'all know that?
He doesn't want to be the only Canadian on the panel.
Something first.
No, Kitten's Canuckistan.
Mr. Hemi, you stop playing and you come in with me.
Hey, come on.
Either that or Brandon's live.
No,
Brandon's not.
I don't have a target. I need a target.
Yeah, he cut it short, broski.
Huh?
Hey, get your ass in there.
Yeah, Big Tom up.
He's gotta be talking to Big Tom. And I was fixing to go, get my ass in where? What the fuck are you talking about?
RO wasn't here, I don't know where he is.
No.
No, I was definitely talking to my dog. He was just standing in front of the open door and just sniffing the air. I was like, get your ass in there.
I can't attack that top. I can't attack that.
Back in here, man. Said no and got the fuck on out.
He said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Nah, Brandon ended his stream about 20 minutes ago. For what I have no idea.
More Titan artifacts. Will you have a go at bringing me some samples?
My troll
I'd love to go with
because
you,
of
but
it.
I'm a little busy here.
I know y'all do he does open panels and shit. My biggest worry is my troll coming over there and doing the same shit to them that he does over here.
I had me a troll last night.
Not the one that's trolling me, is it?
No, I don't think.
You hope not, at least.
This troll got pissy with me making fun of feminists.
Oh.
Was he like arguing with you or something?
Are they a communist? Because if they support feminism, they support communism. Because it's one and the same.
I mean, I hate to think this, but correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, is America, in a small extent, socialist?
Oh, we become socialist.
I'm talking to the system.
I don't have a target.
It's become socialist.
Yeah, you definitely have some socialistic ways in this country.
Can't be free market if it's controlled by people.
Question is, when did that happen? I mean, it wasn't before the Chinese were making deals with them.
Civil rights
I mean,
movement.
this has gone on for a while.
The civil rights movement ushered in everything. That was where socialism made its way in. It's through feminism and the racism hustlers. People like Martin Luther King Jr. People don't because they don't listen to his fucking speeches. When you listen to his speeches, you pick up on the socialist undertones. When you listen to Malcolm X, you pick up on the fucking Marxist undertones. And people don't do this shit. He may have been a Republican, but he was very... the shit he did, the way he talked was very democratic. How can I go to work if I can't afford the bootstraps? Well, you ask somebody to get you boots to go pull up the bootstraps and then pay them back for getting the boots for you. It's that simple. It's what I did. I didn't have no money for my first job. I had to ask my grandma to fucking get my first uniform. And then when I got my first check, I gave her back what she paid me, or what she paid for. You hear a lot of me, but what about the greater society?
I need a target.
And think about it. Once he started getting all of his recognition and shit, what did he do? He went out and started philandering about.
Thank you for the
whoring
service,
about and all that shit.
This will greatly advance our knowledge of
Allegedly
the
a
Titans and
godly
technology.
man. Nah, he was a fucking pawns. He was a useful pawn in their agenda. Just like the broad that was that they used for Roe v. Wade. She ended up having her kid in the end. She didn't abort that child. But they won't tell you that. It's more about the murdering the babies, you know, for child sacrifices for their god Moloch. We've gone back to worshiping Judeo-Babylonian gods. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's alright. The world shall be cleansed in fire, and it will be glorious.
I mean, this isn't the first time we had the Great Flood.
Oh, the flood wasn't the first happenstance either. We've been around a lot longer than the scientists are letting us believe.
Well, it was a Great Flood, then it was Sodom and Gomorrah.
Well, Sodom and Gomorrah was just God-like, saying these people are terrible. They're sacrificing their children to God, to demons. They're sacrificing their children. They're fucking animals. They're fucking the same genders. I mean, there was no holds bar in what they were doing when it came to doing the Humpty Dump. You know, God deemed it necessary to. If I recall, he went in there and tried to find good people, and on 10 different occasions, and did not find a one. I could be getting my scriptures mixed up. They fucking run together.
Pretty sure Chaos, there's been more extinction level events. You know, whether you want to equate that to in the biblical sense or just...
Oh, like I said, human beings, the Homo sapiens species has been around far longer than our scientists leave us to believe. We've just gone through different physical changes. You know, this may have started out as knuckle draggers, but we were still humans. We didn't evolve from monkeys. If we evolved from monkeys, the monkeys of today would have evolved into humans by now, and that has not happened. So the human species has been around for centuries. It's just how far back do we go? And what did we look like back then? Were we fucking huge forehead, huge jaw, fucking knuckle dragging Neanderthals? Fucking walking around naked? Hey, we could have been. We don't know, because nobody was alive back then. Could this all be and aliens dropped us off? Fuck if I know. Nobody was around when it happened. A lot of our science is theory, and they try and pass it off as fact, and that part alone kind of bugs me a little bit.
Well, how about the fact now in modern day, what bothers me is people are literally trying to bring back animals from a certain time period.
Yeah, no. Our scientists need to stop playing God, stop trying to disprove the existence of God. They just need to do science. They're so hell-bent on being like God and trying to disprove the existence of God, they're going to end up killing all of us.
I mean, they get bringing back a mammoth is one thing, but they already talked about bringing back the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm like, you do realize that's a dangerous idea to even do if it was even possible.
And they're not even taking into consideration the what would happen to the ecology. I think that's the right word. The ecosystem. Ecosystem, that's right. That's it. I don't even know what something like that would do to the ecosystem bringing it back. Especially T-Rexes, man. Like, we would be the prey. We would no longer be king shit on this planet. We would be... Yeah, no.
I mean, the only purpose I could see them doing it if they're trying to create Tyrannosaurus warfare against humanity, I guess.
Or it could be a again, you're playing risky business, dealing with something that can't be controlled.
JR
Exactly.
said, comments
Stand up for
showing
this
up
AI
now.
now we got.
I mean, your comments have been showing up, JR. I've seen the AO Chaos balls. I see that's most moist. Saunders soiled his Speedo thong dirty rigger mofo. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Heads up, beware PJ the Femtard from Bullet's side of the Gaosphere.
Said,
Then a blank, then comments showing up now, then ha ha ha, then crying smiley face, crying smiley face, crying smiley face. Your comments are showing up.
What was that?
What's your thoughts of bringing back a mammoth? I think that's impossible.
Well, the part isn't the animals they're trying to replicate. It's the diseases that they're awakening
In the process.
lying dormant. What was it? The diseases like that's trapped in the icebergs and bacteria and all that.
Mm-hmm.
JR
That sort of thing.
said,
I
everywhere else
personally, I don't
YT is
think
getting an
humans
error
have the
pop up
ability
at
to
Skynet.
do that, replicate animals, bring them to life, but then again,
I mean, what was it? China? Was it China or some other country that made a clone sheep or lamb?
China. Might have been India, but China most likely.
yeah, I know what he's talking
They're all about doing unethical experiments.
I can't remember who that was. I know what he's talking about.
But cloning animals, and I mean, God only knows human beings have heard out of China. I mean, if we clone human beings, I mean, God help us, what's going to be happening down the pipeline?
I mean, multiplicity kind of explained what would
said,
happen. With each
"It's
clone,
all good."
each
I mean-
clone degenerates mentally and becomes more retarded
My
as it
directive
goes.
is to
So
serve
for every clone that you make of a clone, you're breaking down further DNA strains, causing more retardation.
I mean, if they make a human clone of somebody, I mean, what do they need me for then? They can just make a rogue person of me then.
Feminists are already going around saying they just need their bone marrow in order to get preggers. So no, that's weird science, if anything. And science, it only produces females. So still, I mean, sure, you can rub carpet so much, but eventually you're going to cause a forest fire, right? You can only scissor so much before something cuts. And God forbid they scissor fast enough, they might fuse together. Our bushes got tangled in a furious grind session.
I mean, sooner or later, women these days are going to have to find out, like, look, we lived in a world where you got men and women, and if you want the next future generation, you're going to need men to actually create the future with the women. I mean, there's no other explanation.
And that could still exist. I mean, the feminist utopia story fucking depicts it very well. You know, the undesirable men, they're put to the salt mine and the slaves, and the desirable men are kept in harems and kept as house slaves. And anytime these things want just like the male harems, instead these women are imitating the actions of the worst kinds of men. And it's just gonna cause, yeah. But society can still go on. It's just not gonna. It's just gonna be full of Chad and Tyrone's seed.
I mean,
who left?
Oh, my Godfather left.
Yep.
I mean, you probably been seeing this for longer than I mean, when did it start? Like the 90s or 80s?
What's that? The
I need to get closer.
No, just the feminine indoctrination, the hatred towards men and everything.
Oh, no.
It started across the pond.
Way earlier than that.
1800s.
That started around the early 20th century.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's been going on for decades.
Instead, people seem to have forgotten history, or people omit parts of history that are very important.
I need to target something first.
It's either that or just newcomers that don't know about this stuff, you know, especially when they weren't around at that time, so it's gotta give them what they need to know.
Well, feminists, if you understand the way the government's always been, feminism was just like the way that they use black people. It was a business strategy. Give them the vote, upset the dynamics between men and women.
Welcome to the stream.
All this unstableness and chaos we're seeing around
Hey, didn't he see you were on?
It was
Chris Mitchell
doing that as a business strategy to get more people
Just
in
walk
power
around.
Check that target.
by having women be stupid enough to vote these people in by getting in their emotions, right? Same thing with black people. It was the same thing, right? They used them for a time to help them get people elected into positions of power while using their emotions against them.
JR said.
And that's what they did.
Chris 07.
That's what politics has become. It's pandering to the people's emotions, getting them upset.
Emotional manipulation.
Vote a certain way. Yeah. So, while all the meanwhile, you're putting people in there that, you know, is going to do more disruption and destruction, because it was never really about you women. It was never
Mitchell
about us men.
Well, that was the whole goal behind the civil rights movement.
And all my other bigots.
Right. It was never about these people they use. It's about you being a useful tool and helping us get the people elected we want. You know, while the electoral process was still somewhat, you know, sacred in this country before it went to total shit. And that's what they did.
So, in other words, let me just phrase it, so this massive theory of political mindfuck.
Yeah.
It's psychological manipulation, warfare tactics.
Psychological, emotional manipulation, MK Ultra essentially, just a different version of it.
That shit's gotta stop.
I can't attack that.
I know about the MK Ultra program. It's, what was it, Vietnam they were using that?
I think it was Nam.
Sorry if I cut you off.
Look at politics right now. Look at politics right now, and for the past several years, it's all emotion-based nonsense, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's like the
Panic and fear. Panic and fear.
Yeah. So what do? You pander to people
I need to get closer.
that you know will vote a certain way. How does women usually always vote? For entitlements, right? You get them emotional, right?
Look at it like this. Who are the easiest to mentally and emotionally manipulate? Women and children. Who do these communists always go after first when it comes to the indoctrination process? Women and children.
Here's another thing. I know certain states, I don't know every state, but I've seen some states, they actually, in a court of law between the husband and the woman, have is pretty much they go through a divorce or trying to separate, and the man of the state government to decide who is actually going to be the owner and possessor of their child. They always side with the woman over the man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's easier to combat in courts than it is with men. Women are easier manipulated. They're easier used.
Just tell them what to say and how to act when the time is right. And
I'm not going to speak out in all cases, but I've seen most majority cases. A lot of women are very mentally, psychologically, and verbally abusive towards their children when the state does something like that.
Honor the Titans, but don't wait up for them.
Follower. She's not a natural leader.
May the path you forge be your own.
They follow the lead of the people who are in positions of authority and power. They never lead, right? So the lawyers, the judges, they basically are the ones that they follow. I would love to hear a woman tell a lawyer how to do his job, which I'm sure it's happening.
oh yeah, female lawyers do it all the time.
Unless you're just paying them a wad of money, maybe. That's the only I can think of.
So, when these men who are in positions of power and authority in the government are sitting there pandering to the women and minorities, oh, you guys are oppressed. Oh, you don't want to live with those abusive men, them white men. That's them playing on their emotions, getting you to think a certain way, right? And then when you see other women out here as a woman saying and thinking the same thing, it reinforces it.
You got a celebrity spewing out this shit, and next thing you know, boom, you got fucking half your fucking society's saying, fuck men, we don't need men.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's kind of like... I ask myself this to a lot of these people that are
every
like
woman has
celebrities, like Taylor
capabilities
Swift.
of feminist
Does she
revolt.
actually
Every
believe
one
this
of
shit,
them has
or
an
she's
inner
being peer pressure
misandrist.
to actually believe and not have her own mindful thinking? There's a big difference.
What does she believe in? Or...
Like, alright, like the abortion, or even the radicalization of the LGBTQ community and all this other shit they're pushing out.
That was radical from the get-go. Just like feminism, it was radical from the get-go.
Right. Someone like Taylor Swift is being used like an establishment tool, but I do really think deep down they believe that stuff because they're that stupid.
She believes everything she says.
I think it's a little bit of both.
It's like, if you ever watch the movie 1984, it's the struggle session where they've got the guy, they got the people having sex, they got the guy in the room, and they're trying to, the brainwashing process. What's 2 plus 2? It's 4, obviously, but we'll say it's 6. And we'll ask you again, what's 2 plus 2? You say 4, we're gonna hurt you until you say it's 6, and we're gonna keep hurting you until you finally say 2 plus 2 equals 6. Same kind of concept.
Keep telling a lie, it becomes truth, pretty much.
Well, Voltaire said, tell a lie enough, it becomes truth.
Yeah, that's psychological manipulation, warfare, gaslighting, right? That's what that is.
They are gaslighting the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, and even if you figure it out, even if you see through the bullshit, they don't care how much of it you say, as long as you don't hold them accountable.
Yep. Don't you dare hold them accountable.
Right. Just like Camel Toe Harris last night. She can sit up there and lie all she fucking wants to, so she knows nobody's going to step forward and actually pay the lawyer fees to hold her accountable. And if they do, she's got connections, right?
Well, that, and all she's got to do is throw out the misogynist or fucking racism buzzwords to silence, and that silences mostly anybody because they're afraid of that fucking word.
JR.
Not only that,
Outlaw the test tube, baby Billie Eilish is the industry plant pushing home agenda and feminism just another
look up
puppet
Andrew
for the
Cuomo of New
diabolical
York.
higher
He
ups.
literally was in Congress yesterday. They were literally rat him
Sir
out and
Edis
actually like
entered the
like
chat.
it's literally
Welcome to
infuriating
the
against
stream.
him because after the deaths of what happened in the nursing homes of COVID-19.
Doing adult
I mean,
responsibilities
what kind of
is annoying
individual
sometimes.
puts
I
that
swear
the
what
sick
s
and
up
the weak
chaos.
in with the elderly?
Crystal
You don't do that shit.
Said. Hiatus.
This country,
JR.
if you're talking about
Said.
COVID-19,
These
this
people
country
are
didn't
protected
care
above
about,
all others.
you know, doing what was best for people's health anyway. There were people that were coming out of the woodwork saying that they can't wear masks. You can't breathe in them. It cuts our oxygen supply off, and there's bacteria that grows in those masks. But the FDA and all that
Sir
was like,
Yeetus.
nah, fuck that, no.
Said.
No,
You're
but like,
gonna wear
Hey
the
kitten,
mask.
I'm gonna watch this stream before I take a quick
I'm
nap.
not trying to cut you off, but like with Andrew Cuomo, that when people, especially the congressmen and congresswomen, they were like, what are saying? Are you're going to deny of all the deaths and all the family members that literally are mad at you for what you did in New York? You're going to deny that they died?
Oh yeah, they're gonna play dumb.
Yeah, he's not taking responsibility, and he's looking like a fucking fool in there.
When people get it in
JR.
their brain
Said.
that the same people that
Now
sit
it's
there
Venezuelan gangs and Haitian
gaslight
cannibals
you and
fucking
manipulate
dinks.
you are the same people that
Sir
would put you
Yeetus.
in train cars next to
Said.
LGBT people,
Chaos quick
black
question.
people, and everybody else. When you understand that they're the same people, the common denominator who's controlling all this, then you understand who the enemy is.
Yep,
Your government is your enemy. Plain and simple.
The government has always been the enemy. They are not our friends. Anybody that trusts the government is a
What do
fool.
you want? State your business. Conversation.
It's a good thing to be anti-establishment, goddammit. I think, what's the word? Anti-establishment dysenterianism?
White power flower. Sir
The
Yeetus.
same government that'll sit
Said.
there and tell
Did
you
you
how
have to
much
take
we're
over
on
your
your
family before
as
chaos?
a working class, and we're gonna try to get you tax breaks and do this work, is the same government that has no problem throwing you in train cars next to all these folks, LGBT, black, women,
JR.
you know, illegal.
Said. AM
They have no problem
anti-GHB
destroying you in the next breath. That's your government.
And if you don't comply, you will surely die. We're off to the gulag. Ooh, excuse me.
JR.
I hate.
Said.
I mean, it's not just America. I mean, every other country technically is a business. Like China's manufacturing, Russia's,
Oh, wow.
you know, import-export at one
Rusty
point.
Rivers.
What else? France
Entered the
with
chat.
a line.
Welcome to the stream.
Yep.
Rusty Rivers.
Well,
I mean, how many-
Said.
America is a
Chaos.
corporation.
Sir
Mhm.
Yeetus.
This is
Said.
a business.
Never been in this
country is a
position, but now
corporation of
family is
business.
relying on me. Life is a bitch sometimes, but I took up the mantle.
I mean, why else do you think
Rusty
that,
Rivers.
or who else is doing the
Said.
selling of all this land
JR
to the
people
Chinese
hugging.
and French and
Chrysalkitten.
Canadians and
Said.
Bill
Hi,
Gates
Rusty.
and all that good stuff?
Fuck
Rusty
our own
Rivers.
government. How you doing, Rusty?
Oh,
Yeetus
Or-
hey
we're buying illegal drugs
Rusty
for the
Rivers.
Mexican government.
Your
Said.
government officials
Kitten
also
Yolulu.
own business
JR.
and other foreign
Said.
affairs too.
Rusty people
Right?
hugging.
I mean, why do you think Joe Biden is so against, not supporting Ukraine right now? Because he's got money interested in
Sir
Ukraine.
Yeetus.
He's got money and foreign oil. Why do you
I
think
need a dragon
he's
now.
he fucking undid everything Trump did? Because his investments a lot rely on foreign oil.
What was it? Saudi Arabia was the
Sir
biggest at one
Yeetus.
point, then we cut out
Yep.
at one point.
Well, we pissed them off,
Rusty Og supporter, LOL.
and I think we went. I think Biden went to Xi Jinping. He's like, "Oh, Xi Jinping, let me suck your tiny ping," and went from there.
Venezuela was also another.
Yeah, they were doing really good too until they became socialists.
JR. Said. Fuck
I mean,
the
what's another
government and
oil
fuck those
industry? I
that
know Russia
bend
is,
over
but
and take it
Venezuela,
homo
Saudi
ass.
Arabia. Can you name any other ones out one?
It'd be the Iraq, Iran, Russia.
Is it OPEC? Is that OPEC I'm thinking of?
Sir Yeetus.
I think so.
Said. I predict Iran will kick off WW3.
Exxon, BP.
You think Iran will kick off WW3?
Rusty Rivers. said. Doing good. Yeetus got a Hurricane Francine coming on shore right now. Hopefully nothing major gets destroyed.
Iran has nuclear
JR.
weapons as well as
See anything that
Soviet
tickles your
era and
fancy?
Chinese come from
Or your
North
nose?
Korea, Russia, and China, right?
A
When
lot
they
of
were asking Trump
places have nuclear arms at this point. We just don't know all the places that have nuclear arms because they don't want us to know they have nuclear arms. Because once they do, we tend to go in and be like, no, we're going to be the only ones with nukes.
No, but Iran specifically, the biggest three allies that it has right now in the backing is Communist China, Communist North Korea, and the Russian Federation.
You got
Communist
a nose
Russia.
for a good deal.
I don't know. They could be communist still. I don't fucking know. I don't pay enough attention to their politics. I do know you speak up against the politics and you disappear. So.
Yep.
What?
Sir Yeetus
At the road.
said.
They're a country that only show us what they want
I'm
us
assuming it's coming from the Gulf.
to know.
On your way.
No, there's no honesty in
I mean,
there.
looking back on just the world in general, you know what really shocked me, Outlaw?
I've
Past
been
year when,
expecting you.
Not this year, but the past
Said.
previous year.
Our
9/11,
threads
I do know
will cross
Colonel
I
again.
actually did some video
last night,
searching.
LOL.
You just scramble search on YouTube. And believe it or not, at one time, you know, not the guy today, but Putin at one time, he actually came to the United States and paid his tribute and respects to the American people of what happened. I mean, he had Russian citizens in the World Trade Centers. And then back in 2011, they actually gave us a white rose of solidarity between the United States and the Russian people. I mean, somewhat unity and respect from another foreign country. That just speaks volumes a little bit. You know, even Canada, Kitten, your country even took in our citizens when our country was on lockdown.
Interested
I mean,
in the
airport,
unusual?
literally, they actually sent their jets over to Canada and actually asked the Canadian government to take care of our citizens, and he did.
Enjoy my
Rusty
offer.
Rivers
American citizens.
said. Yep, from the Gulf. Sir Yeetus
With that, what happened was
Trump
the government
2024, the debate
took
last night should be
Go,
common
go!
sense.
for it,
Move
but
it.
it was the
Hit the
citizens
road. Move it.
volunteering their homes to the people that were stuck. The Canadian government, yeah, they opened up a couple of free hotels, but only to people that really needed it, like families and stuff.
I mean, it's still, regardless, it just showed how much unity and love and support we had.
JR said.
I really appreciate it deeply
Tunnel
from you
escaping
guys.
sewer is Brody.
Now I can't even become a Canadian citizen because of the color of my skin.
My strand carries generations of
Canada
memories.
SK.
Well, it's because they're run by the fucking French, and the French are fucking gay. Well, their government is, at least.
Also, the crown, don't forget, the crown of England.
But...
Wait.
Well, no, it'd be God Save the King now, not God Save the Queen.
Unusual.
That's what I'm saying. That saying's dead.
But-
there ain't no queens anymore.
But their
Sir
current
Yeetus
king
said.
their current king was on Pedo Island.
Occasions pisses me off as a conservative black man.
But they won't talk about that.
You try to hold a king accountable?
Oh no.
Queen accountable?
Nah, he'll disappear real quick. Disappear real quick.
Yeah, you'll disappear real quick.
Try doing that to Ireland or Scotland, see what happens with the English government. Actually, speaking of which,
Do
the English
return
people in
again.
Ireland
Sir
are actually
Yeetus
joining forces
said,
together. It's the
if you
the
vote for
UK
Kamala,
government
you're a
does
dumb
what's
bitch.
going on with the illegals in their countries.
JR said. French people are stinky and gay except for our brother in arms
What's his name?
Monsieur and Michel Gay.
Louis has delivered a
Not Robinson,
customer.
He's actually covering it.
You are appreciated.
JR. Fucking JR. French people are stinky and gay, except for our brother in arms, Monsieur Michel Guevara.
Elix Cottage.
He ain't wrong.
Oh. Their government is stinky and gay.
Do return again.
Actually, just thinking about it.
Sir Yeetus
Correct me if I'm wrong.
said,
Isn't
I
feminism
don't
technically
care
is
how
Soviet
much you
doctrine
hate Trump,
in the
Kamala
Cold
is
War?
much worse.
Do what?
Is feminism technically a Soviet doctrine, like some format of it?
It's a neo-Marxist ideology. It just took Marxism and replaced bourgeois with and proletariat with men and women.
Because no, I recently watched a movie a couple years back. I can't remember what it was called.
JR
Red Sparrow.
said,
It was kind of pretty much your
any man that
sleeper
votes
cell
for
agent,
Kamala
and that's
needs
what they were
their
doing.
card
They're
revoked and
training
needs to
women actually to
behind the
become
medulla
sleeper agents against
oblongata.
American, CIA operatives and stuff.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Sell their body and get their information, pretty much.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Do, even,
They've been doing it with Chinese women for a while now.
Only the finest for you.
Eric Swalwell for one.
Yeah.
Do return again.
It's definitely Marxist in nature. I mean, without question.
Well, the creators of it were Marxists or Bolsheviks.
I mean, if I was a woman and I was doing forced by my government, I'd really feel disheartened and disgusted at the same time.
They hear equality, and that's all they need. That's all these people hear. Yeah, they're fighting for equality. That's all they hear. Yeah, they hear equality and they jump on board because it's allegedly for everybody. But again, you got to listen to the words. You got to listen to all of what they say. And that's how I figured out, like, wait a minute, this is a Marxist ideology. What the fuck? Why are we teaching Marxism like this?
Darkness. Don't give
But
in to
they
fear.
hide behind free speech, so they could get away with teaching it. Now what they need to do is outlaw and criminalize the practicing of Marxism, which is your racism, your feminism, your LGBT, your
That's the legacy
Antifa.
of feminism, ladies. A 304 president running the most powerful country to the ground.
And you have this Gays for Palestine organization going everywhere.
Let them go over to Palestine. Let's send them to Palestine. Please send them to Palestine. Please. Please.
what happens.
Let them go over there and protest. Let the gays go over to Palestine and protest. Why ain't they going over to Palestine? Why ain't all these feminists going over to fucking Iraqistan and all that shit and protesting for women's rights over there? Aw. What even constitutes as women's rights? Women have had fucking pretty much the same rights we have for a long fucking time now. They don't get to vote, but that was a fucking one family thing. The husband was the head of the household. His vote was the fucking deciding factor. Well, they needed more votes, more people to tax, way to lower wages, so you've doubled the workforce, half the wages, right there. I would technically be making like $30 right now, but because there's women custodial and maintenance custodial out there, I'm stuck making fucking $15 an hour. If women were to simultaneously just and get back into their natural God-given role, wages would go up. But that's not going to happen. If you stopped immigration, that would drive wages up even more. But our government needs immigration to replace us, so... What is this? Put women, gays, and troons on the front line first. Yeah! True gender equality will be achieved when women are viewed as equally as expendable as men are. There is no debate. Women have power in the West because I could say I'm more of a feminist than these actual feminists. I'll fucking hold their fucking foot to the fucking flame. Practice what you preach, sweetheart. Let's get you out there armed up and put you on the front lines. Oh, let's get you in the fucking the arduous fucking laborious bullshit. Come on, let's get you out there. Practice what the fuck you preach, feminist. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and get back in your God-given role. Which is in the fucking kitchen where you fucking belong. Making daddy a goddamn sandwich.
I mean, the whole role of the woman is supposed to be to nurse and nurture, right? And also take care of the husband.
The helpmate. She's the helpmate to the husband.
JR.
We're supposed to submit unto each other.
All these single women out here and still pregnant.
Yeah, they sure are getting pregnant for being single.
Despite everything.
Sir Yeetus, the
Chad and Tyrone spreading their
I
seed.
saw teenagers on the front lines in World War I too. That is all the proof
narcissism.
one need to revoke
Well,
the 19th Amendment.
You know, those guys just gotta get them notch counts because they view that as I'm a real man because I got all these bitches.
Teenage boys.
I got all this pussy. It makes me a real man. It makes you a fucking.
Just wasting your life away.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, if you want a prime example of a narcissistic woman, Campbell Toe Harris of last night's debate, that just show you evidence right there with her body language and her eye.
Activities. Okay.
JR.
No, my
Said,
internet had a hiccup.
I'm
so
get
I
me
had to
another strike soon. Hee hee hee. Fuck it.
You've been having issues with your internet, with the Discord and other things, cloning with what, YouTube as well.
Sir Yeetus.
Mainly YouTube.
Said.
It's
The Simpson
mainly
power
because
allowed this to happen.
On my laptop, I usually don't shut the laptop down.
Oh.
And I leave the tabs open.
Oh. It's not good for the computer,
shut it
sir.
down every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't get the updates like I should.
What am I missing? Nothing good this way comes, that's for sure. Communism is here. Even if Trump gets in, he ain't gonna be able to do much. There's a lot of unfucking that needs to be done.
Venezuela, Ukraine, when their
It's not just going to be
society is
Trump,
in
it's also
danger,
going to
I
be on us
rest my
to
case.
take care of the problems.
What was we talking about before I got cut off?
Women. The role of a woman is technically supposed to be nurturing and nursing, taking care of the husband pretty much, and to their needs, correct?
She's supposed to be a helpmate to us, and we're supposed to lead the household. We protect, provide, in return for their nature and nurture. But you know, we're grown ass men. We should be able to take care of ourselves, and this is the shit that they feed women. And they dehumanize the man, they dehumanize the woman itself to a point where these struggle sessions suck.
Women in political power are more worried about bikini shots than the
Not only
welfare
that,
of
you
their
got
citizens.
women that being in their 30s are just partying and wasting their fucking credit cards up the ass and spending up at nighttime just drinking and just having fun time. I'm like, you got anything else better to do and just enjoy life, not to waste your life like that?
Hedonistic bullshit is all it's about. Me, myself, and I, fuck everybody else, fuck the family, fuck the kids. It's literally relinquishing responsibility from women and just dumping it in men's lap, saying you figure the fuck out. We're gonna go fuck off like the 20% of men that we're constantly bitching and whining and moaning about.
In a neighborhood near you.
Because for some reason they think that's empowering and fun and all that nonsensical bullshit.
Sir
All you got
Yeetus
to do, Warsaw, is think about what
the
the
last
United
phenomenal
States
female
is.
leader
What are
is
we supposed
Catherine
to
the
be,
Great.
Right? We're supposed to be united. Yet everything and everywhere you turn in this country, we're what? divided.
Divided
That's
the high
not
standard.
right. Now that's not a coincidence. Why is men and women against each other? Divided. Why are blacks and whites divided? Why are illegals and natural citizens divided? Right?
They need us competing and distracted.
Everybody else. And the thing about it is, nobody looks around or looks up to see who's the one telling us why we hate one another. Just men and women just accept it. Blacks and whites just accept it, right? Illegals versus natural-born citizens just accept it. You know, nobody looks up and asks, well, why are we feuding with these people?
Sir
Why
Hedis
are we?
said,
Who are
look
the
up when
people in our
Catherine the Great
ears
was
telling
alive
us
that
you
s
know,
the last time
oh
a
yeah,
competent
those
female
women are
leader
evil.
existed.
Oh yeah, those men are evil. Don't trust them. They're out here to gang rape you and kill you. Yeah, blacks, don't trust them white folks, man. They
I mean,
owned your ancestors for 400
what
years.
better way to get into someone's head than tell them because they have more than you, you're being oppressed. That's all it is they have more than you, and it's their fault. It's not your fault. They stole, they ripped off other people for those things. They didn't earn it, they stole it. Therefore, you should be able to go in and steal it yourself too.
Okay, alright, is it my fault or is it the federal government that fucked them over?
It'd be their own fault. The federal government too, but it's the big lie.
You know why we keep Chicago with the highest crime and why blacks in the south side are always complaining? You know what that is, right?
That's
because the federal government fucked them over. They red line deals, and pretty much they were promised free housing and standards, and they signed off their agreements and they just pulled out. That's the federal government for you.
They'll make a promise, but then they'll kind of back out at the last moment without telling you to. It's like the Federal Reserve wouldn't be a thing if it wouldn't have been for the Democrats in the shadows of the night fucking voting it in.
So consider who is in this culture's ear telling them not to trust the opposite sex or not to trust, these ethnicities.
I need to target something first.
Who is telling you that? It's the same people who don't mind, like I said earlier, selling you off and putting you next to them on train cars all the way to the enslavement camps. These government people are not your allies. They're not your friends.
Nope.
It's not a coincidence that men and women are against one another. Not a coincidence all these ethnicities are against one another. Division and chaos, right? When you break people down, when you isolate them, when you divide them, they're easily conquered. The government knows that. That's why you see what's going on out here.
America was
doing through your education system.
America was doing great post civil rights movement. Then everything went to shit after that. And so that was the foot in the door for the socialists to get in.
What's even concerning for me, this as far as part of the United States, I mean, technically we're in a state of chaos right now with everything going on in our state. But Mexico predominantly wants back the states they lost. California, they want Washington State, Oregon, Arizona, New Mexico, even what's the other area?
Texas. All the southern states, they had control of. Florida, all that.
Yeah, and I mean, people earlier thinking I'm actually invading and taking over Mexico because of the cartels. If the war on drugs doesn't stop, they literally want to go at the cartels head on. Like, do you realize that's a foreign nation, right? We cannot do that.
Yeah, we can. If they could do it to us, we could sure as shit do it to them.
I mean, help me out. Do you know what the backlash that's going to happen? It'd be like Russia invading Ukraine. That's literally the equalization there.
I find it kind of funny though. They can do it to us, but as soon as we do it, oh, that's a problem, man. No, I don't do this rules for thee, not for me bullshit. If it's okay for them to fucking invade us, it's perfectly okay for us to invade the fuck out of them.
I mean, I've talked to Mexicans and I talked to people in the Hispanic community. They actually said it's not our fault. You know what the problem was?
The cartels. Their corrupt
They're
government.
consumer fine. If there was no source of people buying the stuff, and
Oh.
I'm talking to the actual individual, we wouldn't have this issue decades ago.
Blame the drug dealer, not the person buying the drugs.
We need to target something first.
Is the big giant cartel.
Yeah.
JR.
The person
Said.
buying the drugs, that's the problem. If there was no
Mexican
person
asses are
buying the
dirty.
source of the drugs. it would
If
not
the
have been-
person dealing the drugs hadn't started dealing the drugs in the first place, then it wouldn't be an issue. Go to the source. Don't blame the second or third party. Blame the source. The source is the person creating the drugs. The source is the person that's distributing the drugs, not the person buying. That's just a byproduct of it. You know, if the drug wasn't there, then the druggie wouldn't happen, and the druggie wouldn't be a thing.
With all of that, with the Mexican economy basically that dependent on drugs sales, right? Don't you know that the government knows where all these drugs are going?
They do.
Yep. I mean, they've been doing it with
And
the
yet-
Contras, every Latin American country out there.
Yeah, and then don't you know that they keep up with it, and they,
Hmm.
you know, even though it's considered black
do.
market selling, right? You know, drugs are not legal according to them, yet they keep that economy.
Oh, it's illegal for us,
floating
just not them.
with it. Right.
I need a
They know.
target.
Look, this government here knows all about the black market. They know all about the gun sales, the drug sales that come over here. They know all about every single. They keep tabs on how many illegals are coming over here. They know all of this.
They're just hoping we're dumb and distracted enough to not notice. Unfortunately, those that do notice get unalived, and that's a problem.
It's too far away.
Other ethnicities with opposite genders.
I'm out of range.
And then when you do figure it out, you know, they still are okay because you're not literally calling any of these people out trying to hold them to account. If you do, you're gonna send the murder squad after you. If it comes to that. They've got this shit
I
locked
can't
down every
attack
which
that.
way but Sunday. They know what's going on, man.
I said they're just hoping we're dumb enough. And they're just hoping we're dumb enough to not notice. That's why they sports all this shit. And it's all bread and circus, man. But people are all like, oh, football, oh, basketball, oh, golf. It's like, you're just being distracted while your fucking government fucks you, dude. It's the same concept. And these people make fucking more than we'll make in a fucking year.
Warsaw, the longer
In one
you live,
fucking
the
game.
more age you get on you,
Oh.
the more of this that you become enlightened to, you realize that the public, the American public, is only allotted and allowed to know so much. That there's only so many places Americans are allowed to know about, to go to. There's all kinds of information, places, you know, technology that the American public is far from even knowing.
I need to get closer. I can't attack that target.
Why won't they let us explore the fucking Sphinx? Why won't they let us dig around it? Why so secretive about shit like that? It's like...
No, actually, he makes a good point. Back then, like 10 years prior, we didn't know about Navy SEALs, Rangers, what's another one? Marine Corps Special Forces, Green Berets, Delta Force. All of that was on tight-lipped lockdown. Nobody even knew about those special forces. Now that it's exposed.
Green Berets have been around for a long time.
No, but SEALs predominantly they were black op forces. They didn't even supposed to be
Right.
known about.
Green Berets are supposed to be the same thing. Green Berets, the Rangers, they were all supposed to be the elite of the elite.
Yep. But no, like foreign nations, like it wouldn't surprise me if we had special warfare fighters get close to the border of Russia or in Russian borders. God only knows, maybe in China as well.
The American public is only told and informed so much about any of this.
They tell us what they want us to know.
The American public is only allowed to do things and to go certain places. You know, there's just places that are off limits to us. There's technology. There's, you know, things that we should know that's just they don't want us to know. That's off limits to us. And the longer you live, the more you realize, and the more it becomes obvious. It's the government that's the problem. It's the people in charge. That's the problem of all this. Look, BLM, the people that makes up BLM ain't the problem. The women that makes up feminism ain't the problem.
Yeah.
People that make up LGBT ain't necessarily the problem. It's their ideology. And it's the people who feeds that ideology to them and to the rest of the societies at large that gets you to feuding with them and wants you to look at them as, oh, these people are just pieces of shit. It's the ideology that's the problem, and it's the people who plants the seeds in folks' heads about the ideology that's the problem.
Yep.
Who's planting the seeds? That's who's the problem.
Yep.
Why?
And who's creating the political topics?
Yes.
It's like I'm all for free speech, but I'm also for, like, if you got a stupid idea, like, no, shut the fuck up, go away.
Fly over the area to document any new development there.
I don't care if you're a faggot. I don't care if you're a feminist. I don't care if you're BLM. I care about the ideology you're espousing because it's having real world consequences on our laws and on our everyday life. That's what I care about. You, the person, however, at some point become responsible because you've infused your entire identity with this stuff. And you are making a conscious choice to spread this negativity. That's when we have issues.
Excuse
How many
me,
LGBT do you know that
Who are you?
intentionally do spread this, or BLM or feminists, right?
Well, it's the same turd, just polished up differently. That's all it is.
Right.
It's not only that, but the moment they touch our kids or our children, all bets are off then.
That's clearly not true.
What is it?
Said that's clearly not true because they've been fucking with our kids for the last like 5 decades and nobody's done a goddamn thing.
Yeah, they've been doing
Except for the occasional person that shot a judge. Clearly, they can fuck with your kids all you want.
Alright.
Here, they openly tell you, we're gonna fuck with your kids if you send them to public school.
We're gonna fuck your kids' minds, and then we're gonna fuck your kids.
Yeah.
That's literally what they're doing.
And here's the fucked up part. Some places, and, you know, senators, politicians, whatever, right? They will openly tell you that, on one hand, yeah, you have the right to look after your kids and take care of them and protect them till we want to fuck with them. Then they're our kids. You have no right to say anything. You have all the fucking responsibility to make sure you keep producing them and keep them alive till we're ready to fuck them.
Jackal Hunter said
Nothing's done.
that's why they want to take our guns,
got a guy
because
up
they
here
are
in Canada
planning to do
who's been
things
shot
worth getting
day
shot
2.
over.
Yep.
Shot in the fucking street. Day 2.
Jackal just said it right there. That's why they're trying to take our guns, because they're fixing to be doing some shit that's worthy of getting shot over.
Clearly, you don't do anything because you
The
have guns
monstrosities
now, and
brewing
there's
are clearly unstable.
nothing's being done.
These notes are invaluable to my
Well,
alchemists.
Chris, that's why I say people in this country especially, when you look at the crop of people that's in the U.S., the overweight fat fuck, you're not going to see people do anything until the food supply gets tampered with, in my opinion. Even then, they probably would.
Hey, the food supply is another thing. That's a whole different story, but they already got you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating those dino nuggies, motherfucker.
Ella, he just reminded me. Remember that video I sent Ike a while back? It was that one up in what was it? Idaho, one of Idaho. It was the one where the Department of Water and Human Resources literally was shutting off all the agriculture
They say that
farm
your
workers'
kids aren't
water
yours,
supply
they're the
because they
community's
claimed it
kids.
was a water
Sounds like
shortage.
peak communism to me.
Well,
They create a fucking.
Look, Warsaw, they are literally they're taking control of the farmland up here in the U.S. to start cutting the food supply short. It'll start making people more dependent on all this bullshit going on.
Hey, in the U.S. and here in Canada, they already control the food supply.
The means and productions do never fall into the hands of we the people. There's always someone over us.
There ain't a farmer in this country that doesn't have to follow a fucking list of rules and demands and restrictions. Not one.
Yep, and if they want that government money at the beginning of the year so they can plant their crops and all that, they got to do exactly what the fuck they say.
I did a video
and here's the thing. Here, well, I'm sure they have it there too. Here we have to have designated agricultural land. So just because there's a field there that's capable of being planted doesn't mean you're allowed to plant it. It could be residential area, even though it's just and vice versa.
No, they'd rather just clear out that field, put it at Arby's, a McDonald's, a Popeyes, and...
Oh yeah, that'd be no problem.
But farmland? No.
I did a video last year sometime Warsaw talking about this, where they were going around, there was all these food factories mysteriously burning down.
All the silk in the Sareki war effort is spun in Rockahot. It would be terribly inconvenient if someone were to despoil it.
There was one bird down a couple weeks ago.
You had all of these food factories that were burning down. Then you had that not only about all these cows,
Cows and chickens dying, and... Yeah.
Now you've got our government down here in the U.S. is fucking with the Amish people right now.
Yeah.
Trying to regulate them.
You know how many COVID cases our Hutterites, Mennonites, and all them got throughout
Hardly
the whole,
any.
Pandemic that they said they had?
Hardly.
Walking zero. You know why? They don't have TV. But they're under attack here too. Some place just got fined like $200,000. Something to do with fucking
Farming without a permit?
No, farming during COVID. It's too far away.
Oh yeah, how dare you go outside and potentially risk spreading the disease?
You won't eat that.
No, the Amish here got hit with the eggs.
Yep.
Something about the eggs that they were selling to the market. Like salmonella or something in them.
That's what they were trying to say.
The government don't care, man.
Government lies like the modern woman does. Indiscriminately.
Here as a way of convincing you that their restrictions on you or your neighbor, good idea. Salmonella, okay? Salmonella could be an innocent. It doesn't require a fucking regime or a fucking scanning thing to see that salmonella can go have a target, right? After all, I need a target. People still do get salmonella poisoning, right? Even with all these restrictions, even with all these, professional groups that scan for things, salmonella yet is still a thing, right? Because you can get that anywhere. But yet they put this group in place that now says we restrict this or we control the flow, right? and yet it still happens. So we clearly can't stop it, but you gotta pay for it, and you have to follow our rules. You don't want a salmonella? Cook your fucking food thoroughly. There you go.
Problem
Salmonella.
solved.
Problem fucking solved. Wipe down your fucking counters and stuff when you touch meat off. Problem solved. Because clearly salmonella they're getting through. You buy a piece of meat today at Walmart covered in salmonella.
The Empire runs on silk, as they say. They'll have a much harder time keeping up with the Seven Threads now.
Exactly.
Clearly their fucking shit doesn't work.
I don't have a target.
Yet you're paying for it, and you're going through it. You've allowed them in.
Yes, we did. Can't lie, we did. We allowed it. Divorce already?
Yep.
Guess he got sick of my shit. Left.
Figure out that the U.S. government and governments in general are the problem. Now, that's one thing.
Well, you know what? I was watching some Tim Pool there this morning, and of course they're covering all the whole like, oh, these Haitians are out here killing ducks and cats and dogs and eating them. Like,
Oh yeah.
hey, cats and dogs, I get, but you have to remember that they come from a place where cats and dogs are fucking rare and delicate. Right? Anything of those sorts
I need to get closer.
Well, yeah, the big one that they
Target. I can't attack that. I can't attack that target.
Right, walking down the street. It's not uncommon to see people go and hunt geese here, right? Or even where I'm from. That's what we do. But people are shocked to see other people out hunting on a daily basis for themselves.
So that's crazy because geese here are protected.
Well, and again, they're protecting that fucking animal, right? But we have a hunting season for geese. But again, you don't eat the season.
I can't attack that. I can't attack
You
that
have a season for eating. Well, then guess what? It would be very normal to go out and fucking kill something on a daily, weekly basis, whatever the case may be.
Every day is eating season.
That's right. There's no season for eating, but yet we have seasons on hunting. And you think of a dumber thing.
Then you gotta get a license to do that hunting and fishing
And you need to get a license.
within the season.
You need a license put fucking 100 years ago.
No.
And it wasn't uncommon to see somebody out going and hunting ducks and geese every fucking day. Right? Every day.
I'm out of range.
It's surprising to see somebody going fishing every day.
Nope.
Now it's a big shock.
Oh.
Now again, as for the Haitian thing, yep, it's never good.
Nope.
Never good. That's what you get when you fucking
Bring in second and third world.
that whole integration thing. What are you doing?
Yeah, talking about them Haitians that shot that bald eagle over here and ate it.
Damn. Freedom must have tasted really good there. God damn.
Yeah, people are getting up in arms over here in the U.S.
But
about them.
that's supposed to be a criminal offense right there. That's illegal. Why aren't they oh, because they're people of color. They escaped from a tyrannical country to do whatever the fuck they want because they think we're free to do whatever the fuck we want. Yeah, you're free to do whatever you want, but you're not free from the consequences of it. Killing the bald eagle. It's the It's the bird that represents our country.
It's a federal offense to shoot and kill a bald eagle because one, they're endangered species, and two, they're the American protected national bird.
Yeah, it's the national bird.
Okay, here's the thing. It is not our national animal, but bald eagles are extremely common in Canada, right? And they
see
are
where they went.
protected because they are an endangered species. Here's the thing. If they're on my farmland, I can fucking gun them all down. That's not a joke. We have, dude. Okay, Alberta was nothing but farmland. What?
I mean, I can understand to a degree because they do kind of fuck up your crops.
No, that's just it. They don't. Bald eagles don't fuck with your crop.
They don't?
They kill predators in your crop.
They fuck up the.
Prey that's in your
They fuck up your crops trying to get the shit they're hunting.
Nah, minor damage, unless of course there's hundreds of thousands of them, which we don't have.
Right.
But yet you go to a landfill out in Alberta, which is all farmland, and you will find piles of birds, and in those mixes are bald eagles, hawks, fucking ravens, crows, pigeons, everything. They shoot everything. Everything. Doesn't matter. And there's no restriction on it. It's on your farmland. And it's what you consider a pest. Even coyotes. Shoot all the fucking coyotes you want. Holy fucking hey.
Well, those are an invasive species as it is, and they tend to be aggressive as it is, so...
Prairie dogs are definitely fucking...
Yeah, those are very invasive.
Crop killer. Right. We can kill them all we want. All we want.
They kill your crops, they could kill your house.
Bad for your animals if you got livestock. If they dig holes that are just big enough for fucking cows and horses to fall in and break their legs. Right? Horses are very valued out there. Right? They're the protected species of somebody's horse, right? You can't even mention like the fact that most dog food is made of horse meat. Without upsetting somebody. But at the same time, yeah, we can kill it all. All of it.
Be smelling ya!
Doesn't matter. Really, the only ones that's probably justified are like pigeons, because pigeons will eat your grain, right? And the gophers. Everything else is a benefit to your crop because they take out one of those two species. Bald eagles will eat pigeons all day long. They'll eat gophers all day long. Right? Coyotes eat fucking gophers all day long. But we're allowed to shoot it all. Yet I'm not allowed to get a duck for dinner.
Well, over here they take it like ridiculously serious if you shoot a bald eagle. Like you even film it. Yep, we're sending the murder squad after you, son.
Yeah, but in most
Don't even
cases,
think about
it's
it.
still not illegal. Like I said, it's illegal depending on what you're doing, where they are, and what you link to. Like I said, most farmers do have a very open pest, elimination clause, right? It's just like up here, they start with, obviously, the regular people, right? It's no different than the NDPs here, fucking like banning the use of ammonia, fucking weed killers, pesticides, herbicides, whatever, right? To the point where even natural fucking chemicals are now banned for me to use, but my farmer landlord can go get them all because he has farmland. Right? So he can buy all that. I can't. So he buys it, then I have to buy it off him. Now we've created a black market. The weed killer that I used on my fucking garden and around the garden this past spring, I purchased from him. Because I can't legally go purchase it. want ammonia to fertilize this fucking garden, right? In fall here, which we're in, for crops for next summer, next spring, I can't legally go buy it. I have to go buy it off him. Now we've created a black market. And why? Because some fucking goofball who used to be a fucking family member of a Nazi fucking party, right, decided to come here, join up with a new group called the NDP, and basically push their same propaganda and Nazism over here. And because they said it's illegal, now it's illegal. But they have no real justification for making it illegal. They just want to make up some shit and call it the truth, and there you go. You can't question it.
Right.
Wonderful. Line me the fuck up. I hope the Haitians kill everything wherever they are.
What?
Then I hope they eat the fucking liberals. You guys don't have the NDP. I think you guys have the Green Party, right?
Yeah.
I'm at the independent third party.
No. Elizabeth Warren, I think, is one of them.
We have a Green Party.
Green Party, right?
The Green New Deal and all that bullshit. Yeah, we have a Green Party here, yeah.
So basically, they took over and started using propaganda wings like PETA, Greenpeace, stuff like that, right? That's who they took over, and now that's where they push their propaganda from. Like the NDP party here took over those groups, and that's the NDP party now. All they do is ban shit and fuck with your kids. That's literally it, and they push propaganda.
That's about right.
Why?
Why? Because they want to see the destruction of everything that's good.
Everything.
They
You
want
will never find a more
In this season, the unbound adorn their
legitimate
ramiliths with
Nazi,
flowers,
right?
symbolizing
I'm not talking
harmony
German, I'm talking
and their
like an
gratitude
actual
for
Nazi.
nature's
What
gifts.
the Nazis represented. You will never find a group more deep into Nazism than the NDP party.
The thing is, the Nazis and the socialists didn't even really know what Nazism and socialism really was. They all had different definitions for it.
Yeah, but we contribute Nazism to Germany, right?
Eh.
No. Nazism is an ideology. It's just like your Marxism. Right?
Yeah, it's National Zionism, but it's pushed to socialism.
Yeah, and DC is like, right. DC is the NDP's fucking
The
prop,
fall of Dalaran
right?
shattered countless irreplaceable artifacts of
They don't
immense
try
power.
anything anywhere
It
else
is our
until they
duty to
sample it
preserve
here
what we
first.
can.
Because here we've got the most liberal, fucking brainwashed, hippy-dippy motherfuckers that think they know what they're talking about, right? And environmental this and environmental that. This is where this is their ground zero.
Mm-hmm.
But they push the propaganda to restrict people for liberals as well. That's why seeing them break up now, that's a fucking smoke and mirror thing. Right? That's just smoke and mirrors. Yeah, we have an election coming up. They want to take the reins. They want to be the next Justin Trudeau party, right? If they want to steal all the money for themselves. They'll sprinkle on bread, but they want to take the big chunk.
Yeah.
Right? But all they do here is they push trannies, they restrict you from having anything, they limit what you can do, where you can do it, and they use fucking basically the green propaganda fucking wing to push it. Right? Most people that follow them don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the ammonia one was what shocked me. That that was mind-boggling. Like, this is how you know they clearly don't know anything.
Well
about
done,
what's
champion. Your
piss
efforts
out
have brought
ammonia
us
every
one
day.
step closer to securing the crash site and Dalaran's legacy.
Yep, ammonia's a base, isn't it? Or an acid?
I think it's an acid.
Acid.
Chemical, it's not.
Yeah, it's a chemical. But
Yeah, it's
it's
not about being base or acidic. Not ammonia.
it's what it's used for.
Nitrogen.
Yeah.
Jackal
Ammonia
Hunter
is used to make most things.
said, nasty acid.
Well, they use it. It's a huge proponent in making meth. Oh wait, that's anhydrous ammonia. Anhydrous ammonia.
Yeah, again, that's altered. Straight up ammonia, you piss out every day.
Right.
And it's what farmers use for putting
I
nitrogen
don't
back into the field.
know if it's our piss that they directly use.
Oh yes, it is.
Because there's
Oh,
other
yes, it is.
toxins in our
Nitrogen,
piss that would.
phosphorus, ammonia. Now, depending on how it's locked away, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these things are properties of like urea, right? So urea, obviously, is a concentrated form of urine. That's where you get.
Why does the grass turn yellow and dead when I pee in one spot over time?
Oh god.
Because of the
It doesn't grow green. It doesn't get tall. It doesn't get green.
phosphorus and nitrogen.
It just starts turning yellow. It goes away.
Right, because you put in too much phosphorus, too much nitrogen into that spot, and it kills the plant rather than helps it. Spread it out though, and the grass will become more lush.
So you're saying if I write my name instead of just going in one spot,
No, I'm saying that
something
if you put it
like
in one spot and then hit it with a garden hose,
it might grow?
it'll grow a lot better. Yeah.
Oh. See, my thumbs, they've killed a lot of green things. Despite trying.
Just look up chemical properties of urine, human urine. Doesn't matter if it's animal or whatnot. We all piss, so
Mhm.
it's all the same. Just different levels, right? But it's all the same.
No, if we filter
Piss
our
out white
piss enough,
phosphorus.
we can drink
Piss
it.
out a ton of white phosphorus, and yet you can separate that white phosphorus, and the second you separate it, now it's illegal. But it's in your body, it's all natural.
A wild. Bondo Brian entered the chat.
So,
Welcome
Bondo
to the stream.
Brian, welcome to the
Bondo
stream.
Brian
Hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, or evening.
urine undiluted is an herbicide, diluted it is a fertilizer.
Urine undiluted is a herbicide. Diluted, it's a fertilizer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you know, what did animals and people do long before all the technology came around out here living on the land?
They drink. Before they found out you had to boil water before you could drink it out of the lake and all that.
Well, and what I mean by that is making your urine and your shit useful and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, right, because, you know, shit, cow shit, I don't know about human shit, but I know
Oh, our
cow
shit's
shit is
toxic.
very fertile.
Our poop is
Yeah,
bad
it's
for the ground. Animal shit, it's a different story. Like cows, horses, elephants, their shit, great. Great for the earth. But ours, no. There's too much toxins in it. Too much processed bullshit in our poop.
With an empty stomach, a Ramolith has one directive: to eat. Help guide this one's hunger into a constructive
Jackal
activity.
Hunter
Before technology
said,
happened with
Too
learning
many
all
chemicals.
this stuff, surely it was helpful.
With an empty stomach, a Ramolith has one directive: to
Nowadays,
eat.
I couldn't say that.
Help guide this one's hunger into a constructive
Rivers.
activity.
said, Jackal yo
What's going on, Rusty?
Lieutenant Dan's in the house.
Yeah, Warsaw messaged me and said he had to go.
Oops.
Nothing is better than a leveled field and a happy Ramalith.
Jackal Hunter.
Thank you, Outlander.
Said, "Hey Rusty, how's the battle with the sickness?" Rusty Rivers said, "Balls Riggs." Rusty Rivers.
Riggs isn't in here.
"Hey Outlaw."
Yeah, Riggs ain't been around today. Well, no, I take that back. He was in True Bloodstream. Other than that, I haven't seen him.
He was in chat a little bit ago.
He wasn't around very long.
He, let's see, 249. Yeah, he may have went to work. He goes to work this time of day.
In this season, the Unbound adorn their Ramaliths with flowers,
Jackal Hunter
symbolizing harmony
said,
and their
"Did you
gratitude
say
for
Riggs
nature's
was in
gifts."
a minute ago, kidden? Rusty Rivers said, "Jackal cancer is stable and not spreading. On other hand, tumor is still big as a football almost, but I'm feeling much better."
I don't wish cancer on anybody. It's an awful thing.
You find your breakdown of all the chemicals that are generally used. It's a lot, though. I suppose not really a lot. Just nothing evil about it.
No.
Yeah.
It's too far away.
For everything from fertilizer to bombs to meth. People that are, you know, using chemistry about drugs.
Spreading.
Jackal Hunter said, "Good news, as long as it's not spreading, you've got a fighting chance. Keep up your faith, brother. God might reward you with victory." Rusty Rivers said, "I can barely hear is that Emperor."
Still talking about the world and how everything's all one together.
No, we're talking soap, yes.
What the fuck?
That is the Emperor Rusty.
Hey, Outlaw, I gotta ask, you're a car person, right?
Do what now? I'm sorry.
Do you like cars? Yeah. Vehicles and stuff? I've got something I wanted to show you. It's hilarious. I just saw this yesterday. I forgot to show you yesterday. Oh man, that's a good way to tittle a car, man.
Well done. Decorating Ramaliths is one of my favorite Unbound traditions.
Hey, that guy fucked up his left side of his vehicle, man. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I told you he fucked it up pretty bad. He totaled the car, man.
Was that a libtard that did that?
Yep. He wasn't paying attention. He just fucking reared into the pole. Yeah, the cops showed up because he just saw it happen. Kind of talking like a Darwin award right there.
Jeremy from the corner. You know, I don't really watch him like I used to. I don't watch him anymore like I used to.
He doesn't even. He doesn't really do any live. He just does uploads and shorts now. I think he went over to Rumble to do.
He does lives
on his Rumble.
streams almost every day on his other channel.
Oh, I don't know his other channel.
Yeah.
I just know Jeremy from the Quartering.
I quit keeping up with him after all that Ethan Klein H3H3 stuff came out.
Oh God. He had a field day with that one. Everybody did, because that guy's a fucking goofball. Man, winter is surely coming here.
Embrace the suck.
Well, you know, Ethan Klein was one of those people that used to, you know, he used to make fun of the left. He was, because I remember watching him years ago when he was still making all that content. You know, he used to make fun of the left constantly. And it was like, overnight, he flipped a switch and him and Hilo were just a bunch of, you know, paranoid leftists agreeing with everything that they said, you know.
They went through a struggle session, no doubt.
He's a Jew. He's a Jew, so no doubt that
Oh.
has something to do with it.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Fuck it, she was on the Young Turks.
Oh.
Anna Kasparian, there's Kasparzian or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
I can't watch the Young Turks either, man. They get on my nerves.
Oh, they're fucking gooks. But it was funny the other day to see a clip of her fucking disagreeing with Hank there, or whatever the fuck his name is. Dog that he is.
Yeah, I'm talking about that big, tough, Reese Ball looking Guido dude.
Yeah.
Looks like
You'll find me.
Looks like your typical socialist / communist.
He's your typical East Indian. Okay. Liars, scammers, fucking bullshitters. So, typical. What's you?
Yeah, I've been sneezing all day too. I don't know what the fuck's in this air.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think they got rid of the item upgrade system.
Really? Because things that I can buy on the auction house have item upgrades on them.
Well, so far, none of the items I've gotten indicate that they do that.
Yeah, Chris, I'm in Facebook jail or YouTube jail again.
Really? I thought you just got out.
Did. And now I just went right back in, man.
Hey, buddy, somebody's got you pegged.
Well, this one was on me because I played a Blues Brothers clip, and apparently YouTube was like, "Nah, bro, we can't have that." So
you played copywritten material, of course they're gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa. And Blues Brothers, you've got two. If it's the one, was it the original or the
Greetings,
remake?
outsider. Always be
It was the
prepared.
original, but the thing about it wasn't a copyright strike, it was a community
Those webs will summon Nerubians. Don't
Yeah,
stand in them.
that's one I don't get. That means that something in the video
That
broke the
means
guidelines. Video itself.
something about. Did it say anything about like hate speech or anything like that?
Oh, the Illinois Nazis. Yeah. Had those Illinois Nazis in it.
Illinois Nazis.
Nazis.
Yeah, you don't remember the Illinois Nazis that were in the movie? Trying to get Jake and Elwood?
Wait, oh, you're talking about the news, right? They pushed on
Right, they were Illinois Nazis.
I need to get closer.
fucking left wing.
But they're Nazis. They love Nazis.
I can't attack them. I can't attack that target. I need to target something first.
That's probably what got it.
Actually, it's actually a thing in the policy. YouTube does not want swastikas being shown. That's why some channels actually have to clear it out so people already know what that is.
Well, that must have been what they got before, because that scene had been in it. The swastikas on it.
You know, and here's the thing: people don't realize the swastika is actually not a bad symbol. It's actually a symbol of peace.
So what the Nazis did, it's a symbol for Jainism, and the Nazis essentially flipped it in reverse. It's a very regressive. Nazism itself is a regressive ideology. Jainism is just, it's supposed to be that peaceful system, but you know, Hitler.
Giantism sounds like what my avatar does.
Now, fascism, Italy, their symbol is a bundle.
Charging. Move.
The patriot bundle.
I'm out of range.
Puff bird.
Known as the fascist, which is a bundle of stuff.
It's too far away.
Charging. Move.
I need to get closer.
Those guys wearing the swastika.
I'm out of range.
Which I mean, as if I was sitting there endorsing it in the first part.
Don't stand there!
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at
Those webs will summon Nerubians.
It's
Don't
just the
stand in
fact,
them.
how dare you show, yeah.
That's why you can't show off fucking pictures of the Second World War.
Like, Jesus, that movie is like, what, 40-something years old?
At least
Give or
70
take.
years old, 40 50.
Yeah, or you want me to stop the video and be like, oh, YouTube, I did not condone this.
Yeah. And you gotta pause it. And the thing when you're showing like copywritten content and stuff like that, you have to pause it frequently. If you just let it run and play through, it picks up on it a hell of a lot quicker.
Yeah, like I said, it was my fault. Guess I should have known better.
I mean, hell, here's another thing. If you played the movie Hitler, The Rise of Evil, I think you should probably crack down on it. I'm not saying rhetorically, I'm saying like, if the algorithms have fucking stupid about shut down
GTTT Cox.
Within our
Entered the chat. Welcome to the stream.
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Well, you know,
GTTT
it's a funny
Cox.
thing to me that
Said.
that's one of them topics
Hey.
that, you know, people assume you're just not allowed to criticize. It makes you curious the more that you dig into
Chris
it,
Ulkitten
you know, why
said.
don't they want you to
Hi,
dig
Cox.
into that. Now, obviously, anybody here
The answers
doesn't
are here.
condone
I can
murdering
feel it.
millions of Jews, obviously.
Oh, because the closer you get to the truth, you learn
If
that.
you didn't just go after Jews, you went after a whole assortment of people in Europe.
Yeah. He was doing ethnic cleansings.
Inquiring minds just got to know.
GTTT Cox
Listen to a lot of them
said,
That's more like
Hey
it.
Chris,
especially the ones like where Hammerhand uploaded them to his channel. You realize that he really was a nationalist, which is no different than a lot of us here.
A national socialist.
Yeah, we're just not willing to kill millions of people to get what we want. You know,
Well,
he
and
was.
it was not just that. Hitler was full of rage and revenge because of the distraught and also the loss of what happened during the Weimar Republic. Because when that happened, Germany literally lost territory in France and Czechoslovakia, which was
Nice
their theory. It's
fight!
like, oh, it's our territory. Not really. Not to mention, the government of Germany back at that time was on the brink of collapse, and it did. That's what he wanted to get Germany back on its feet.
Yeah, he was a nationalist.
Nice fight!
Very much against, opening borders and just allowing people to come in. Funnily enough, like a lot of us are doing now.
It was Germany
Bellatar
first.
shift in your favor. Beware the shadows.
Fuck everybody else.
Let's not forget, though, that Hitler was getting ideas off of Lenin's propaganda as communism that was in Germany.
Yeah.
I mean, you had German communists in Germany.
Yeah, and of course,
Socialism, communism, call it what you like. They're about the same.
It's too far away. I can't attack that. I can't attack that top.
Mao, yeah.
But they're all pulling from an old playbook.
Yeah.
Mao was one of the worst. Like, Mao, you think Stalin was the worst? No, Mao's practice in China and other parts of Asia was the worst of the death.
Oh, fuck yeah. Socialism has worked every fucking time.
I need to target something
Yep.
first.
No matter what they tell you, and it leads to poverty and death.
But it hasn't been done right. Let's say over and over, it hasn't been done right. It's like, really?
Okay, then how is it supposed to be? Like, we don't want socialism. It's a fucking stupid ass ideology out of here. If you want socialism, don't move to a country that's got it.
Yeah.
See how you like it.
Go try it out. Go try it out. Rather than
I don't
make
like
everybody else's life suck, go try it out in a fucking country that already has it.
Let's move up to Canada. Just move up to Canada, into one of the big cities. You'll learn real quick.
How hard is it to understand that I don't
Get closer.
people be on equal footing with folks that do the same work?
I need a talk.
No,
That's
I'm
just
not,
it.
I'm not forced.
Watch your step.
That's only a small fraction of what it really is. Well, control government control over
Too far away.
Yep, the government has total and absolute say over everything.
Watch your step.
And
I need to get closer.
somebody else, even down to fucking when you can like reproduce.
Too far away.
there's the yep, 1984. That was the thing. You couldn't reproduce without permission.
Watch your step.
Oh, if you want to talk about that, you know that whole, what was it, the one child per person? Or
Oh yeah, Mao's one-child policies. Now they have more men than women.
Yeah, the Chinese people literally.
There are more women than men. Wait, no, they have more men than women. That's right.
Get out of the way!
Watch your step.
Those webs will summon Rubians.
Watch your step.
It eventually leads to the government taking control of the entire.
Watch your step.
Yeah, I know how.
And here's the crazy
Watch
thing.
your
What
step.
does the government always do? They always relinquish their power down to the state. Now you got the state telling us what to do.
Watch your step.
Venezuela, before Venezuela.
Watch your step.
Right? Well, I shouldn't say before
I need to get closer.
like where you had to fucking weigh your money.
Watch your step.
There's video of the leader of
Watch your step.
right, going around pointing out, we're taking control of that business, we're taking control of that business, and this and that.
Watch your step.
And every time. Okay?
It's too far
That's
away.
why, like, over in North Korea,
I need to target something
in the
first.
army area, right? So we've been told, again, I've never been there. When they produce goods, armed goods, the state takes everything.
Oh, I need to rest after that.
We're left with a small percentage, if that.
Yep.
And it's not enough to even sustain your fucking, your farming community. They take everything. Every piece of fucking grain, every piece of fucking rice that hits the ground, you have to go out and pick them all up and give them to the state.
Yep. And if you
And if you're
try and
caught
keep
fucking picking up something afterwards, they come in and put a bullet in you.
And guess where that actually is reminding me of?
a Bolshevik revolution.
No, the Holodomor of Ukraine.
Oh,
They literally
yeah.
had civilians starving so bad, they were literally even cannibalizing their own people, and if they were caught with 1 grain of rice, they would literally just shoot them in firing squad, just kill them. Just plain sight.
That's not new either. That's not new
No.
concept. That's all been done before.
Egypt
Will
did
be
it.
done again. Fuck, I don't
But
even know
Greece,
if the
Rome
Egyptians
did it.
were that
Oh,
bad.
they did it. Back in the
Egyptians
day.
were fucking brutal against the Jewish Hebrews, yeah.
Sure.
So we've been told.
Okay, you like you have being whipped?
Well, hey.
The answer to
being
here.
whipped is one
I
thing.
can feel it.
At least they fed their slaves to fucking keep them alive.
Based off of
North Korea and them
Exodus.
don't give a shit.
Based off of Exodus, they it seems like they kind of enjoyed being slaves. Just putting that out there.
According to
I'm
the
not saying sorry.
Well,
if you're going by the Bible's account of it, there were Hebrew Israelites that were like, yeah, we're not cool with you taking us out of our homeland of Egypt. We want to stay here and partake of the gold
All
and the
tired
riches.
out.
There was a lot of Israelites that didn't want to leave Egypt.
Yeah, we should go get dressed.
They actually enjoyed the fact that there was riches and gold and that's why you see in part of the Bible where they turn against Moses and they're like, you know, bro, why did you take us out of Egypt?
Freedom.
We had all kinds of stuff there, riches and
Wow.
Well, you speak on that outlaw, that's just that, but it's kind of like the same concept with the Berlin Wall. All right, you had 2 places. You could go for sausage, or here's one for freedom. Food and freedom. They all went for sausage over to freedom.
And look, somebody will always sell you out and everybody else around them for a fucking palace. Okay?
Yep.
They will always find somebody to push the propaganda. All they gotta do is fucking pay them.
They ain't wrong. Everybody has a price. How much are you willing to sell your soul?
Oh,
Grandma.
Mine's more than anybody would be willing to really pay.
I mean, fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you guys do what you want to do, but smoking, I mean,
You won't hit us with that one.
corporation and cigarettes, man. Fucking A, man.
Hey, don't you be picking on my motherfucker.
It keeps me out of prison, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you do what you want, but you can't argue with the price you're fucking asking.
Oh no, it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Like here in Canada,
It's too far away.
I did this before. A pack of cigarettes, right, should only cost
Watch your step.
$6 max, even with inflation from the company itself, and it still would if the government didn't throw $20 worth of fucking taxes on it. Again, That's why your cigarettes.
Watch your step.
It isn't the fucking company. It's the government. Well, here, they went like full on crazy.
Now the regulations.
The additives. What about the additives?
Those webs will summon the Rubians.
Huh?
Don't stand in them.
They don't.
Watch your step. Interrupt.
But the government says, I don't want you to use it. I'm going to charge you $15.75 in tax. $5 tax.
Watch your step.
$24.50.
I can't attack
What's to stop them from doing it with anything? Here now, the Trudeau government, right? The Liberal and NDP government. And again, conservatives are just as fucking guilty. They didn't veto the bullshit right away. But they think that they're trying to tell us that the way to get grocery prices down
It's treasure.
is to
I know
put
it. We're
taxes on
close.
groceries down. Because normally groceries are tax exempt, right? But now they want to tax so that they can make it more affordable for you to buy groceries. Make that make sense.
It doesn't.
Exactly. But it
all bullshit.
Will still go through tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, that's the Fed. The Fed is
Yeah, inflation and government living off the high hog spending like it's fucking all of them guy. It's all inflation.
Yeah.
But I've gone through the process of my neighbor down the street who I work for has a cattle farm, right, when it comes to beef prices. He has explained all the steps and costs to send one of her cattle from the field to the table.
Inquiring minds just got to know.
There is a price.
Those webs
of
will
the
summon the
cattle
Rubians.
itself
Don't stand in them.
per pound. Twice the price in just certification and inspections alone. And they're all created by the government. Every fucking one of them. None of them was the board of ranchers or anything that got together and said, hey, we need to do this for inspection so that we know that the quality of our beef that's going out is good and safety. None of that. This is all government. And it's all for stamps. Move on to the next fucking person. He's also another middleman. Give them a stamp. Right? So when I go buy that same cow off first, I only have to pay half the price.
That's the problem with a lot of it, like you keep saying with the government. There's so many middlemen in all these places that's wanting to get paid off. Like take for instance divorce court. Right?
That's more like it.
Most of that is just paying judges and lawyers fees through that divorce while paying the woman, along top of it. There's so many middlemen in it.
Getting dressed. Oh god.
Yeah,
of course it is. That's a tax on your reproduction. That's the fucking part of the gun. They tax your reproduction.
Yep.
Oh. Right, look at all the middlemen in divorce court, right? And then look at,
Divorce court itself is a middleman.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
speak
like a
on
tax
this.
on a tax on a tax.
No, I can't speak on this, but has there been a divorce in the United States and Canada? A divorce in relation to like they were married, but they're,
I need to get closer.
Going on between Canadians and Canada.
Interrupt.
Could you imagine the interstate commerce and taxes and all the fucking, lawyer fees coming out of something like that, especially coming from two countries?
Hey, there's a divorce happening with Texas in the U.S.
No, but Canada and the United States, dude. I mean, you would have to have
I need to
serious
rest
support
after that one.
to know both governments and countries' laws just to go through that.
They're no different than us, right? They're tired of their government tyranny like we are. And I'm so sick and tired of every goddamn day I open the internet. I'm reading where the government's done this or you know, somebody in the government's done that. More governmental overreach.
Loads of forgotten knowledge are within our
The
grasp.
immigrants that we are pandering to, or that our government is pandering to, are now looking for other places to go. That's how bad it is here in Canada. They're looking for other options.
And I'm sure they can go up to New York. And, you know, I'm sure them jackasses up there will let them stay in some nice fancy hotels.
Yeah, but that's just once that honeymoon's over, then they can't get more. They want to go somewhere else. Yeah, buddy. Trust me. They had it right about in the fucking the 70s when they said the only thing you want from
You
your
got to
government
dodge!
is them to fuck off. Shut up.
Yeah.
That's it.
You won't hit us with that one.
That's
Those
what
waves
more
of some
people should have
Ruins
said.
Don't stand in them.
Very nice day out here. Very nice day out here. Oh.
And I think if we're being honest, all nations like that.
At least you gotta give props to people in Europe like England and Poland. Those are the two countries that know they're not playing around with human rights.
Hey, Russia made an offer. And people are, even myself, I'm seriously considering taking it.
What's the wrong?
You want to escape
Interrupt.
the fucking wolf fucking Nazism? You come here, we'll give you a 3-month fucking pass to get away from the Russia.
I would not want to take up Russia's offer. Fuck them.
Are you serious? Compared to what we got, it's starting to look pretty goddamn good.
Russia's country is no fucking better different if it's too easy to smoke them.
They're the lesser of two evils. But no, you're right, they're not any better. They're not.
I mean, are you one of these fathers that
fucking
be
corrupt.
all the time and shit over there?
But at least they'll let you fucking look after you for the most part.
First off, I don't speak Russian. Second, I mean, I'd rather be an American than be in a Western territory.
Watch your step.
It comes down to a matter of the citizens doing something about their government, but at this point,
You got a bunch of boy boys that are trained to fucking love their government.
Global, at least, like the thing is, like, the difference is Russia, they are literally severely
Watch your step.
Russia. What's the difference between Russia and the United States?
Well, they don't have the wokeness.
No. Part of the government system.
But they don't mind running the system, so. They throw you out fucking war zones all the time, and
I'll
then
give you a
when
hand
get
with
home,
this
they tell
one.
you go fuck yourself.
Give me a moment, champion.
No, but Russia's government is not like the United States. It's a federation. It's an old kingdom system they had in their country for decades and centuries. I mean, it's like, it'd be like me putting a king up on the throne, and the king would actually dominate the populace, and the government is pretty much in control as well as its military. In other words, in the military here in the United States, we have a control of somewhat authority over our
Nice
people and
fight!
our government. But in Russia, they don't. The military and government actually has control of its populace.
As your emperor.
That's why Russia is a country you do not want to be, because it's literally, it'd be like me going to North Korea, in some sense.
We're
Well, I'll
supposed
give it a
to
3-month trial.
but we
Try it
don't.
for 3 months, see what you think.
We are supposed to have control over this government, but we don't.
No, you don't.
And I don't believe we ever really did, to be honest with you. We're supposed to.
Mostly not.
We did when they were smaller, but now there's just they're too big. They're way too big.
Yeah.
We pretty much
The last
part of this modernization.
Again, the civil rights movement spurred this because all those extra people getting added in got to add extra seats to certain sides, and they knew this. That's why they were all about it and for it.
Term limits too.
The last time we had some real semblance of our day-to-day, at least local government, the fucking Salem witch hunts were still going on.
England.
Well, I was fixing to say, you know, when I go back and I look at all the history that I was studying, when the U.S. became a corporation in 1871, I think we were gone then by the 1800s. Because this government already had things in control pretty much to have the outcome. Like you said it before, Chaos. They funded both sides of the wars.
Nice fight!
Even back then.
Oh yeah.
So I kind of believe that the U.S. has never really had the citizens controlling the government ever. Now, that's just my personal opinion about it.
Well, there were no career politicians.
No, there were no career politicians whatsoever.
That's true. Like I said, back when fucking the Salem witch hunts were going on, there were no career politicians.
Oh,
you have more to say there.
You know what they used to do back in that time period? I wish they kind of brought back. Think, or you had a person arguing with another person over a policy or some political topic. What was the thing we did?
This way.
Huh?
This way, or pistols in the street.
Dueling wheeling. They literally have a duel, and one of them would live, one wouldn't. They literally would duel.
And you know what? You'd have a lot of less people fucking signing up to be politicians.
Okay. I'm gonna turn these two quests in. I'm gonna wrap up my stream because it's already creeping up on 3:30. God damn it, time flies. Mitchell, what's the status on your coins? How many more do you need before you get the new WoW?
Well, I'm still
broke.
The market is slowing down a bit, so I'm kind of seeing what's selling, what's not, you know. But it's looking like it's slowing down. Right now, I have $44 in the WoW account.
Work cycle interrupted.
Till October 15th on the pay account. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Things are not moving as quickly, and they're moving for quite a bit less. Keeping an eye on it.
Put my laundry in the jar.
And this one wrapped. Turn that in.
Jackal Hunter said,
I gotta go out.
Sounds like he is having to sell his ass to get enough tokens.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you have to offer some services like a over-under handy or something, you might have to resort to that.
This is leaving again.
Here's abandoning
Oh
us.
yeah, gotta go get ready. It's like, oh, that might have been me.
Look at him.
It's abandoning us.
It's like something broke off one of my parents.
Can't trust some Canadians, man. They just abandon you, man. No remorse.
That might have been me with the hose yesterday.
Jackal Hunter said, or dabble in some butt hunting for coin.
No, the deer ate that one yesterday or the day before. Ask you, you see that one, bro?
One that, like,
Right there in the front. I think I hit that with the hose.
because that one that has a lot of, like, the spring things.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I was hoping we'd get some nicer weather, man. But it's looking pretty dismal throughout the week.
It is
Clouds and 13 of high.
It is 83 right now.
It's 17C here. What's that?
That worked out anyways.
17C.
17C to Fahrenheit is 62.6.
Oh yeah, y'all got better weather than we got.
Fuck yeah, that's tolerable. It's 87 right now according to my computer.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's colder here than there. You said it's 87. It's 62.6.
I would like it to be colder. Not too cold, but colder. This see, I don't like heat. I'd rather it be hot than cold though, because I don't like the cold.
I want it to be a steady 25 all year round.
That would be great.
Perfect growing. I'll accept the occasional day of 20 so that we can get some rain. I don't know. God, that means you're like 31 degrees. Did you say it was 87?
Yeah.
31 degrees. Balmy. Sun tanning in that.
Yeah, technically.
No, here's a question I do, guys. I do need to ask this. Apart from our countries, obviously, but Russia specifically, if Putin dies of old age, who's going to replace him? That's the big question.
Whoever they
That's
decide.
a big question.
Whoever their oligarchy decides.
Does anybody even know any other people that work with him?
I
There's
know.
one guy in particular. I just got to remember his name, though.
Wasn't it when Kim Jong-un was thought to have been dead, his daughter took over?
No.
Kim Jong-un thought to be dead, his daughter took over.
Did you guys see where he killed those people on that train car here about a week or so ago for incompetence of handling a landslide over there?
What,
the
Putin?
flood, and nobody saw it. You haven't seen it either.
What, Kim Jong-un or Putin?
Yeah, Kim Jong-un.
Oh, Kim.
Yeah,
You heard about it, but we have nothing to confirm it other than that speculation.
Oh, yeah, just hearsay. You conspiracy theorist. You know, Hitler called a lot of things against him a conspiracy theory too, and all that shit come out to be true.
They're saying.
And you know what? I'm not saying it most likely isn't true because that is right up their fucking alley, but we haven't seen it. We've only heard about it.
Yeah, I mean that's true too.
Ooh.
Now, you know, whether it happened or not, I wouldn't put it past him. That is shit that he would do.
If they're a communist, don't put it past them to not do it. Same thing with socialists, because again, they're the same pretty much. One's just a little bit more extreme than the other.
Whether he actually did it or not.
I would lean more towards he did probably do it.
Oh yeah.
Most likely.
Whether he actually did it or not.
I believe that yep, actually that's what's happening over there right now. But again, we have no video footage, no pictures, nothing. It's just hearsay right now.
Yep.
Pretty much.
And that's how it's gonna remain. Hearsay until.
Well,
And if
how
you
they
happen to
away
get
with it.
pictures, you become public enemy number 1.
Right.
And then suddenly you're every ISTFO buzzword, and you need to be hunted down and deleted.
But you two know as well as I do that that's how they get away with shit. Oh, well, you ain't got no proof, do you? There ain't no hearsay, there ain't no pictures, there ain't no... That's how they get away with it, too, because they rely on people to be like, oh, well, there ain't nothing we can see.
Fine.
The United States does the same thing. They literally just stole an election, and you had proof.
Yeah.
Not the first
and nothing was done, so you're no better than fucking North Korea, buddy.
No, it's not the first time.
Yeah.
Directly.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, yeah, we had video evidence, people's testimony.
Something about, dude, we literally had news channels, like, I think it was ABC or NBC, out doing a fucking report, and literally in the background, they accidentally filmed somebody stuffing ballot boxes.
Oh.
Yeah, they did.
You had video footage of people closing down the fucking voting ballot areas, right? And then pull out fucking boxes of ballots, and overnight the numbers switched to where Trump was winning by 300,000, then he lost by 300,000.
Think about it.
Tell me it doesn't happen here.
What normally took them one night, it took them like it took them an entire fucking weekend.
3-4 days at least. For
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
An entire fucking weekend, whereas they went one day.
The United States of North Korea.
Welcome to the Communist States of America.
Yep. The Nazi regime of Canada.
And the Nazi regime, I've said it a few times. The Fourth Reich is on its way, and the straight white Christian male is going to be its center focus. Y'all just wait and see.
Hey, you won a battle in 1944, and we lost the war in 2020.
Yep. Anyways, I gotta start getting ready for work. So y'all can live stream and carry this conversation on your channels, or we can wait until tonight when I get back. Some more misadventures of a sotally tober quest whore in World of Warcraft. I got responsibilities.
Yeah.
my fear of homelessness supersedes my need to talk politics and play video games. So, shout out to MGTOW Outlaw, Chris Mitchell, Warsaw Patriot here. Thanks for hanging out in the Discord. Make sure to check out Chris Mitchell and MGTOW Outlaw here on YouTube. They put a lot of great content. Jackal Hunter, it's good seeing you, sir. Get Cox, it's always a pleasure. Bondo Brian, that's a new name to the channel. Welcome, hope to see you again. So be advised, what you see now might not be what you see next time. We do a bunch of variety games. Let's see, Rusty Rivers, it's good seeing you, sir. Sir Yeetus, it's always a pleasure. JR, it's good seeing you, sir. Again, thank you to everybody that's still subscribed. Your support has been greatly appreciated, and thank you to those that just recently subscribed. Do hope you stick around for the long run. Till next time, you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you hail from. Not this bitch. Peace.
Touch me there.
My no square.
Don't touch me there. My no square.
No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me there. No, my no square. No, don't touch me there. This is
touch me there. My no squares.